Hey, Tony Gaskins here. I was watching something earlier. I was reading something, and it got me to thinking about what black men really have to understand. I mean, right now it's a voting time, and everybody needs to vote, but we also have to go further than that. And you have to realize you can't allow your enemy to make you an enemy of yourself. Meaning, if you feel like the system is against you, if you feel like there's a glass ceiling, if you feel like you've been set up to fail, then that's when you have to look within and you have to ask yourself, am I helping them win? Am I helping the system or the people who have created these generational curses in my family that's being passed down? Am I perpetuating the cycle? Or am I upending this spiritual warfare, this battle against me, even be it physical? What am I doing to combat this? So it's like, yes, most definitely go vote. Definitely go vote. You feel like that's gonna make a difference, you feel like that matters, go vote. But also vote inside your home. So you voted, but you still cheating on your wife. You still cheating on your girlfriend. You woke, but you still sleeping around. You marching, but you still put hands on women. So it's like you in the streets functioning, you in the world functioning, you making money, but your children still seeing dysfunction in the home. So what is it all for? What we have to realize as men is it's on us to change. And when you accept responsibility and you make the changes that you need to make, that's when you start to see your lineage change. That's when you start to break the things that has held you captive. We focus a lot on trauma, but after acknowledging and assessing the trauma, you then have to do the work. You then have to make sure that you are not causing other people pain, trying to alleviate your pain. You can't go and cause pain and expect to be pain free. When you cause pain, now you just bleeding on other people. Now you being a casualty of spiritual warfare make other people a casualty of your physical warfare. And so you got to realize and understand that the work has to be done within. That nothing matters externally if you don't work internally. That if you don't have an interview, not an interview, but an interview where you look inside as a man and you evaluate yourself and you ask yourself, what vices do I have? And what purpose do they serve? And you may say to yourself, okay, I smoke like a chimney. I drink like a fish. I curse like a sailor. I gamble like I own a casino. I rob, I steal, I scam. Evaluate yourself and ask yourself, why do I do what I do? What pain is this alleviating? What am I trying to address without really addressing? Because the only thing that's going to bring about something new is to get new knowledge and to work on you. So every time you learn something new, you replace something old. But that work also requires sacrifice. So you get the knowledge and you know right from wrong, but now you got to implement what you've learned. Now you have to sacrifice. And that sacrifice will be painful. But that sacrifice is what brings about true success. So see, a lot of times we look outside of ourselves and we find every way and everywhere that we can point the blame, but we never look within. When I left the streets, I realized the plan that the enemy put in place, I had become my own enemy. So when I was trapping out of the trap, and it finally dawned on me that this is a trap, and I look up and I see my uncle get 40 years. Get 40 years for $20 worth of drugs because he wouldn't accept a year and a day and went to trial. And they say for the $20 worth of drugs that you sold to the undercover agent, you're going to do 40. This real. He already has served 14 years for $20 worth of drugs. So I realized, I say, that's the trap. Fortunately, he didn't have kids. But I say, that's the trap. So don't allow the vices and the things that the adversary put in your streets to continue to hold you down. And use your ingenuity and use the God-given wisdom that you have, the strength that make you the greatest athletes in the world. Use that same strength, use that same determination to become the best husband in the world, to become the best father in the world. And don't settle for being average. Don't settle for being one or the other. Become the absolute best in every area that a man has to step foot in. Become the very best. But know what matters most. And understand that who you are in your home for your children ultimately matters most for your children and your wife than who you are outside in the world to everybody else. Don't gain everything worldly and lose your household. Don't be at the polls voting, but then still demoralizing the woman that's trying to love you. You saving on taxes because of who you voted for, but then you taxing your family because you refuse to grow as a man. So listen, this is some inner work that we really have to do, and you're going to hear me hollering the same thing in 10 different ways until the right people who need the message get the message. And eventually it's going to hit and it's going to sink in, and we're going to see real men begin to grow. But for right now, man, we lost. But we lost. But we so lost. Being led astray, blind lead the blind, and everybody in the ditch. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.